Hello, my friends. Caitlin here. And do you get anxious about going back to school? You know, I haven't been in any kind of school in like 6 or 7 years, and yet I still wake up with my heart pounding with anxiety about school. So the bad news is it never really goes away. So this video comes from a subscriber question, and JJ wants to know, how do I deal with social anxiety ahead of coming back to school? I always tell myself that I'm gonna do my best to overcome it, but I always end up being the shy one. This was also me, JJ. I was super nervous, especially when starting a new school, like middle school, high school, or going to college. And I've talked before about how new school years always made me want to reinvent myself. Okay, so let's talk about some things that worked for me. My number one advice, it's always to go to that back to school night and the meet your teachers kind of thing. So for me, having social anxiety means that things can get really overwhelming. And in situations like going into a school where there are obviously lots of people, so lots of social interaction, I need to be able to have some sort of control of the situation. And you can't control other people, so what can you control? You can control knowing where your classes are, or where your locker is, or the best route from locker to class to next class. Basically, anytime you can get into the school before that school bell rings and talk to teachers, administrators, other students that might be in your classes, you're just normalizing the whole school thing so that it's not gonna seem quite so scary on that first day. The second thing I always did when going back to school is to have something that was special or unique that I was super excited about. Maybe this is like a new backpack or school supply, or a cute and stylish outfit, stylish for the early 2000s. A fresh notebook you're gonna start, or a binder that you have decorated in unicorns and rainbows. Whatever it is, it could serve as a conversation starter for someone who's maybe a little less socially anxious or more extroverted than you are, and so they can see it and go like, oh, that's a really cute outfit, or oh, I really love unicorns too. But if nothing else, it can just be a comfort to you, to be something to ground you in the moment if you start to feel super anxious. And finally, number 3, which admittedly is something that I still struggle with a little bit, but it's to recognize that it's okay to be nervous and or shy. Trust me, like 90% of everyone there, and that includes adults, is some level of nervous on the first day. The big goal is just to not let that anxiety control you. And that's done by steps 1 and 2, which is putting some things in place in order to help you get past it. But basically, being shy isn't some kind of curse that's going to make you a lonely outcast forever. You will find your tribe. It may take a little while, so just don't despair if like on the first day you're walking into the lunchroom and everybody seems to have tables and you're like, oh no, what do I do? Ah! If you can get up the courage, go sit at a table with some new people and try to make friends. If you can't, that's okay. Go sit by yourself. Maybe someone else who is also kind of struggling and worried about where they're gonna sit will come sit with you. Just don't beat yourself up about it. I know from experience that only hurts you. Hopefully that was helpful. Thank you, JJ, for your question. Sorry I answered it a little bit late. I hope you're still in school. For the question today, I'd like to know if you guys have any other questions you'd want me to answer about school, whether it's middle school, high school, college. I went to all of those, so I can hopefully give you advice on them all. I do have a playlist of other school tips if you are on that back to school advice train right now, and I highly recommend the how to make a good first impression video. Hopefully you have subscribed and turned on those notifications, and remember that you can check me out on these other social media sites. I'll see you guys next Thursday. Bye.